So yesterday I talked about the fact that in Kash Patel's 2022 book, Government Gangsters, he outlined in the appendix a list of 60 individuals that he swears are totally deep state operatives, and that 60-person list is effectively his enemies list, the people that he wants to target if he becomes Donald Trump's FBI director. And he also told us in the book the definition of a deep state actor. Here is what he said constitutes somebody who's in the deep state. A coordinated, ideologically rigid force independent from the people that manipulates the levers of politics and justice for its own gain and self-preservation, led by a significant number of high-level cultural leaders and officials who, acting through networks of networks, disregard objectivity, weaponize the law, spread disinformation, spurn fairness, or even violate their oaths of office for political and personal gain. Yeah, a lot of those are just nonsense words and phrases. Like, he's just applying things that he knows are words as a definition. Like, I couldn't even make sense of what I just read to you, but that is what Kash Patel says constitutes a member of the deep state. And as I discussed yesterday, many of the people on his list are actually Republicans. You know, people like Cassidy Hutchinson, people like Bill Barr, and John Bolton, and Robert Mueller, and James Comey, and Christopher Wray. A lot of people, by the way, that Donald Trump put in his administration, according to Kash Patel, are deep state. And that's what brings me to this segment. Apparently, after this information became public earlier this week, new reports say that Republicans are now terrified that they're going to be on the list as well. Because obviously Kash Patel is not distinguishing between Democrat, Republican. Sure, there's more Democrats, but even if you were an ally of Donald Trump, like Bill Barr, who undermined the entire Mueller investigation and the final Mueller report, you're still on the list because you pissed off Kash Patel. Because when Bill Barr was Attorney General, he rejected Donald Trump's idea to put Kash Patel into the DOJ. So, this is not just people that have pissed off Donald Trump. This is people that have pissed off Kash Patel, even if you're a Republican. So again, you now have these Republicans that have served in prior administrations, people that served with Trump, people that are currently in the House and Senate that are now worried that they're going to end up on his expanded list. Because Patel even mentions in his book, the list of 60 people was not exhaustive, right? That's not even his whole list. That's just the names he could come up with off the top of his head. And that book was 2 years ago, so I'm willing to bet that list is a hell of a lot longer now. And based on, the Republicans that ran against Donald Trump in the primary, the Republicans that didn't embrace him during the election, those people are probably all on the list too. And the worst part about this is that this is exactly what I said would happen. For months and months, I have sat right here in this chair and told you that when Donald Trump starts persecuting the people he perceives to be his enemies, it never stops there, right? It's not just going to be a certain group of people, Trump's going to go after them, and then that's the end of it. Great, we can get on with legislating. No. I have told you every time, it's a snowball effect, right? It's the old saying, right? First, they came after this group, and I didn't speak up, for I wasn't part of the group. And then eventually makes its way down to you. But I at least thought we'd have to wait for Trump to get into office to see that progression. We don't have to wait. We see it right now. We see it in Kash Patel's own enemies list. All these Republicans who thought, we're going to go after those Democrats. We're going to get them. Oh, crap. Am I on the list? Oh, dear God. Oh, no. Like, that's the point they're at now. Oops, right? There are two great tragedies in life, as Oscar Wilde says. One is not getting what you want, and the other is getting it. Republicans got what they wanted. And now they're terrified because they realize, we're going to be next. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.